How to turn Canva elements into custom frames. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a seriously underrated trick that can take your designs from basic to professional. Here is how to turn Canva elements into a custom frame using Canva. Now, if you have never used Canva before, this video is going to guide you through it. But if you have used it, you probably know about its built-in frames. They're pretty great, but let's be honest, they can feel a little limited. What if you want a unique shape? Or maybe a custom design, or something that actually will stand out. Now, that is exactly what we're doing today. I'm going to be showing you how to take any element inside Canva and turn it into a fully functional frame so you can drop images inside it just like the default ones, but of course with complete creative control. Now, before we jump into the process, it's important to understand how frames on Canva will actually work. So, if I am to go over to a frame right now, over here, a frame is essentially a container that holds an image. So if I go over to elements and I write in frames, you're going to be able to see that we have frames here, right? Now, if I add a frame over here, what I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to be able to go ahead and add images into it. Now, if you do have any images, you can drop that in. So I have a lot in my uploads. As you can see, if I were to add this, look at that. It becomes a concurrent frame just as so, right? Now, once we've got an idea of it, you can see when you drag a photo into a frame, Canva automatically clips the image to fit that shape. That's why you can easily place images inside circles, letters, or even custom shapes. The limitation, however, is that Canva only provides a fixed set of frames. So if I were to go over here, you can see you have only these frames, nothing more than this. Even though these are pretty powerful and they are pretty good, but that's all you get. Now, you can directly convert any shape into a frame with one click, but with a smart workaround, you can achieve the same result, and that's what we're looking for in this tutorial. The first step is to select the element you want to turn into a frame. Now, you're going to go over to the element section in Canva as so, and once you're over here, you can go ahead and get any shape, graphic, or illustration that you want. Now, the key here is to choose something with a clear, solid structure. Shapes with clean edges work best because they make the final result look a lot more professional. So if I were to go in shapes and you want a specific shape for it, let's say I want to go with something like, let's go with this, a speech bubble. Now, the speech bubble does not have a general frame design in it. So let's go ahead and open it up and keep it like this. So now we have a speech frame over here that, has pretty concurrent edges, which is pretty good. Now, once you found your element, add it to your canvas and adjust its size and position according to yourself as I have. Think about how you want your final design to look because this shape will define how your image appears later on. Now, this step might seem simple, but choosing the right element makes a huge difference in the final outcome. Now, what you're going to do after adjusting its shape and main alignment, you're going to go ahead and create the frame effect. Now, since Canva doesn't allow direct conversion to frames, you will simulate the effect using layering and transparency. Now, you're going to start by duplicating the element that you have chosen. So once we've duplicated it, you're going to make sure that it's in the same position as the other one. Now, once you have done that, one copy will act as the visual layer and the other will help create the masking effect. Next, you will place an image behind or within the shape and adjust positioning so it fits naturally. Okay, so we're going to come over here to my uploads and right here, let's say I want to upload an image for myself, right? So let's go with this one right here. Now you're going to align it to wherever you want it to be accordingly. Obviously mix and match the image gesture. There we go. And now, as I said, you need to place it behind or within the shape and adjust positioning. So once it's done, use the cropping and positioning tool to align everything perfectly as I have right now. Once that is done, the goal here is to make look like the image is being clipped by the shape, even though you're manually controlling the layout. So again, as I said, make sure to clip it accordingly to the actual structure. There we go. So once this is done, clip it accordingly. There we go. Now you're going to refine the design. So it's time to refine it. Adjust spacing, alignment, and proportions to make sure everything looks clean. If the edges feel off, tweak the positioning of your image slightly until it fits perfectly within the shape. And you can also enhance the design by adding shadows, outlines, or background elements. Now, how do you add that? You're simply going to go over to effects. And if you want to add shadows, you can have drop, glow, echo, glitch, whatever you want. it's all appearing over here. So let's say I'm going to add a shadow for myself right now. Okay. And of course, go for the shape you want the shadow in. So you're going to click on the shape. You're going to go on edit. Once you go on edit, right down here, you're going to get shadows. I'm going to go with drop shadow, and you're going to, choose the blur amount that you want for it. So that amount of blur should seem fine. You can also change the angle. You can choose the distance of the actual shadow. There we go. That seems fine for me. You can choose the intensity as well. So let's say that is my perfect intensity. Now I'm simply going to go ahead and adjust it accordingly to the design. There we go. And once all of that is done, you have refined. And this is where your design starts to look professional instead of just edited. The more attention you give to these details, the better your final result will be. Now, what we're going to do from here is we're going to be using Canvas frames as a base. Instead of building everything from scratch, you are going to combine your custom element with an existing Canva frame. So place a default frame behind your element and align them carefully. So I'm going to go over to the element. We're going to come here. We're going to go to frames. And of course, do make sure that the frames you choose work accordingly to your actual design. So let's go with that. Obviously, as I said, place it carefully according to the design as so. And once that is done, make sure to move your general picture out of it. There we go. Now you're going to add this over here, and now there's our frame. Now, once you have done that, you're going to go ahead and align it. Position your custom shape on top so it acts as a visual mask. So what we're going to do is you're going to want to make sure that the layer is not sent backward, but it's actually in the forward. Once it's over here, this method gives you the functionality of a real frame while maintaining the unique look of your custom design. It's faster, cleaner, and much better. After creating your custom frame, you don't want to repeat the process every time. Group your elements together and save them as a reusable design. So let's say I'm going to go ahead over here. You're going to take this one's transparency and decrease it to lower. And the one in the back that we have over here, you're going to take the transparency of that as well. Tweak it slightly to the repugnant section. Obviously, do make sure to go ahead and crop it efficiently. And once this is done, you have everything grouped, and you can simply go ahead and save this design as a concurrent frame. As you can see, it acts as something as a whole image. And what you can do is you can actually merge these layers or even group them if you want to. And once it's grouped, it's one whole element now. And you can obviously go ahead and play around with it, just like this, choose it as any element that you want. And once the branding is done, you can go ahead and save this design and make changes to it later on in the future. So what you can do from here is start creating custom frames, even go ahead, ungroup it, make changes to it according to yourself, add in whatever you want. And that is basically about it. That is how you can turn Canva elements into custom frames. Thank you for watching this video till the end. If you enjoyed, do make sure to drop down a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to be seeing all of you in the next video. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.